Now, reality can be whatever I want.
With sources close to the club dropping an interesting transfer update, Newcastle United were at it again, smashing 3 past Aston Villa in a game which was just pure dominance. So from the Anthony Gordon stunner, to the game-changing moment, to the exciting development that could change everything ahead of a clash with Manchester United. Truly, the Newcastle project is getting scarier. As per, join us as we break it all down and discuss the 5 things that we learned from Newcastle United, 3 Aston Villa 0. Also, according to YouTube stats, only about 6% of the people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. So if you like this video or just realized that you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. You can always unsubscribe later. It's free. Enjoy the video.
Let's go!
So the first thing we learned was the midfield masterclass. The trio of Sandro Tonali, Bruno Guimaraes and Joelinton is undoubtedly the envy of many clubs, showcasing brilliance when at their best. The synergy within this midfield setup has been finely tuned, with Tonali excelling in a deeper role, allowing Guimaraes to push further forward, while Joelinton continues to be delightfully destructive. After the match against Aston Villa, Joelinton praised Tonali, calling him a maestro in the comments on Tonali's Instagram post, where the Italian reflected on his experiences with the team. Boxing Day with this team couldn't have asked for a better Christmas. Tonali once again demonstrated his mastery in midfield, proving to be a fundamental part of Newcastle's new system. While not the flashiest display, he intercepted the ball with remarkable intelligence and used his body effectively, leading to Gordon's opening goal. His composure under pressure, combined with his aggressive off-the-ball work, makes him the glue that holds the midfield together. In the match, he had the most touches in the game, a 7.3 match rating, an 87% passing accuracy, 1 key pass, 1 out of 1 accurate cross, 2 out of 3 accurate long balls, 1 big chance missed, and 6 out of 9 duels won. Defensively, he also had a 100% tackles won, which was the joint highest in the game with Lewis Hall, 1 block, 1 clearance, 1 interception, and 5 recoveries. His ball-playing ability and command in the engine room are supercharging Eddie Howe's team, allowing players like Bruno Guimaraes the freedom to create and giving Joelinton the space and security to wreak havoc in the opposition's defense. Joelinton bullied the Villa midfield throughout the match and sealed the victory with a stunning curling effort into the top corner. Having an 8.5 match rating, 1 goal, 1 assist, 94% passing accuracy, 1 key pass, 1 accurate long ball, 3 duels won, 3 clearances, 3 headed clearances, 2 interceptions, and 5 recoveries. His yellow card in the first half was the only blemish on an otherwise stellar outing, during which he also assisted Gordon's opener. Bruno Guimaraes was relentless, not allowing the Villa midfield a moment's respite. The partnership between Tonali and Guimaraes is developing into a match made in heaven, with their telepathic understanding evident as they seamlessly change positions. Tonali represents a significant upgrade over Jonjo Shelvey in a similar role, allowing the team to function more effectively. In the match, Guimaraes showcased his creativity with a lovely through ball that set Murphy away down the right, leading to a second goal. Having a 7.8 match rating, he was the leader in decisive or key passes, having 48 out of 50 correct passes, meaning a 96% passing accuracy, 4 out of 4 accurate long balls, meaning a 100% accuracy, 4 decisive passes, 1 big chance created, 2 fouls suffered. He is clearly relishing his more advanced role, contributing to the team's dynamic play. That's why Bruno Guimaraes now ranks first in fouls suffered against Premier League midfielders, second in through passes, third in long passes, offensive duels, and fourth in forward passes, cross accuracy, and interceptions. Speaking after the match, Guimaraes said, "What a game. What a performance by our team. We remain strong in pursuit of our goal. Sad that my goal was disallowed. I couldn't have done anything differently. What a screamer. Anthony Gordon. Proud of my teammates. Thank you for your support, Newcastle fans." Then the second key takeaway from the match was Newcastle United's impressive defensive solidity. As Aston Villa had just 9 touches in the Newcastle box, just a 0.34 xG and a 0 xG from open play. Even before Aston Villa's red card, the Magpies showcased a strong defensive performance, with Fabian Schär and Dan Burn effectively neutralizing the threat posed by Villa's Duran, denying him any real opportunities in the match. Both players actually were not dribbled past by anyone in the whole match. Dan Burn was the highest in progression via carry, with Fabian Schär being the highest in progression via pass. Dan Burn also had the highest passing success rate, followed by Schär. Fabian Schär delivered one of his best performances in recent times, defending resolutely and winning several crucial balls high up the pitch. His crucial tackle that contributed to the red card for Duran highlighted his defensive awareness and ability to read the game. Having a 7.9 match rating, 1 out of 1 successful dribbles, 14 passes into the final third, 6 out of 7 accurate long balls, 0 times dispossessed, 4 clearances, 3 headed clearances, 1 interception, 6 recoveries, 3 out of 4 ground duels won, and 3 out of 4 aerial duels won. Dan Burn was also dominant both in the air and on the ground, consistently getting to the ball and making vital tackles. He effectively halted a dangerous break from Villa in the first half with a well-timed intervention. Even with Villa's reduced threat after going down a man, Burn maintained his commanding presence, making it a more manageable afternoon. Having a 7.3 match rating, 83 touches, 2 touches in the opposition box, 4 passes into the final third, 1 accurate long balls, 0 times dispossessed, 100% tackles won, 6 clearances, 4 headed clearances, 1 recovery, and 4 out of 8 duels won. Then, although Lewis Hall was not as influential as in previous matches, he still contributed significantly to the team's defensive efforts. He actually won the joint most success tackles and displayed a strong connection with Gordon down the left flank. It was his overlapping run during Gordon's goal that was key, drawing defenders and allowing Gordon the space to finish. In the game itself, he actually had a 7.7 match rating, 1 interception, 2 tackles, 0 times dribbled past, 75 touches, 97% passing accuracy, 1 key pass, 1 out of 4 accurate crosses, 3 out of 3 accurate long balls, and 3 out of 4 ground duels won. With Tino Livramento sidelined due to illness, Kieran Trippier stepped in at right back. He started the match strongly despite showing a bit of rust, effectively marshalling the defense and issuing commands. Having a 6.8 match rating, 2 clearances, 3 tackles, 1 time dribbled past, 72 touches, and 88% passing accuracy, 1 accurate long balls, and 5 duels won. Unfortunately, he pulled up with an injury in the second half, but before that, he displayed composure and consistently made the right decisions on the ball. Then, is Martin Dubravka becoming an unsung hero lately? With a 7.0 match rating, this match marked Dubravka's 3rd consecutive clean sheet for Newcastle, a testament to the team's defensive performance. He was rarely troubled, with the exception of 1 free kick, demonstrated good command in the air with several successful claims from crosses. His confidence on the ball adds an extra dimension to Newcastle's play from the back, contrasting with the more cautious approach seen with Nick Pope. Then, we learned about Newcastle's rapid front 3, which continues to make a significant impact. Jacob Murphy had a mixed performance, starting the match quietly in the first half. However, in a remarkable 15-minute span during the second half, he made his presence felt. He assisted Alexander Isak for the second goal and nearly scored himself, hitting the bar when it seemed easier to score. Having a 7.2 match rating, 1 assist, 1 time hitting the woodwork, 1 out of 1 successful dribbles, 1 big chance missed, 2 key passes, 1 big chance created, and 1 ground duel won. He actually now has 6 assists, making him the 3rd top assister in the Premier League. Only Mo Salah and Bukayo Saka have more. Jacob Murphy also now ranks in the 98th percentile for assists, 94th percentile for key passes, and 78th percentile for non-penalty goals. So Murphy's unpredictability is now keeping fans on the edge of their seats, proving he can change the game in an instant. On the left, Anthony Gordon set the tone early with a stunning finish into the top corner just minutes into the match. He was a constant nuisance for the Villa defense, applying pressure and disrupting their play. Having an 8.1 match rating, 46 touches, a 90% passing accuracy, 2 key passes, 2 accurate crosses, 5 accurate long balls, and 2 duels won, meaning Anthony Gordon has scored or assisted in 3 consecutive Premier League appearances for the first time. Without a doubt, Gordon's form has noticeably improved, aligning with the overall resurgence of the team, particularly when he plays in his best position on the left.
Against a very good Aston Villa side, just how impressive a win was that?
Very impressive. I think from the start, the goal just set us up in a nice vein of form for the game. Then we started pressuring them, playing the way we do at home. I think once we get in that mode and you see that focus from the players, then we usually win games.
It's become a good habit, hasn't it, over the last few games? I mean, how big a difference does it make when you can get an early goal like that?
Yeah, massive. Could put the team on the back foot. Gives us a massive confidence boost. And I think thinking back to our Champions League season, that's when we were best. We felt like we could score any time, but them early goals to then, because teams have to come out then and play us, and that's when we can start pressing and do our stuff.
It was a brilliant goal from start to finish. Really, talk to us about it from your point of view.
Yeah, I just said out there, it was just really fast. There wasn't much time to think. The game had just started. I think it was 2 minutes in. It come to me from Joey, great pass, and then 1v1 with me full back. But Hawley's run actually opens up so much space, so he deserves a lot of credit for being unselfish. And then I practiced that finish a lot, so I'm glad it went in.
The red card obviously had an impact on the game. What difference did it make, do you feel, to the way it panned out?
Massive difference, because I mean they're 1-0 down here, probably the toughest stadium to play at against us, and then they get the man sent off, so it's definitely not easy for them at that point. I haven't seen it back, so I'm not sure what happened, but it was a big confidence boost for us once we've seen them go off.
That said though, you've got to then do your stuff after that, haven't you? I mean, how relentless were you, because you kept on pushing, you didn't sort of sit back and try and take the sting out of it? I think
for the neutral, they probably don't understand at times playing against 10 men can be actually really difficult, because it's quite tricky. You don't want to start being complacent. They're usually sat in a block waiting to counter, so you've got to be a lot more intelligent with the ball, your game management sort of thing. But I thought we'd done that brilliantly. I thought centre backs handled the counter attack so good, and that gave us some control in the game. It's
just a few weeks ago that you sort of said to us that Newcastle were in danger of becoming nearly men. What's changed since then? What have you done to not be nearly men anymore and to see games out like this?
We're not nearly men anymore. We've been winning. I think it's just a mindset shift. I think we got to a point where we drawed the Palace game and we should have won. We lost to Brentford quite poorly. And then it was like, how long are we going to continue to miss these opportunities to climb the table? Because everything's so tight. So they were massive opportunities. But I've got to say, the reaction from then has been unbelievable. But we just got to keep going, because this game doesn't matter anymore. We got one in 2-3 days, so on to the next.
And they're big games as well again, aren't they? Man United away, Tottenham away, teams that you would expect to be challenging you. Is it about just being relentless now, just like you were in the second half today? Yeah, exactly that, relentless. It's more about carrying performances at home, away from home, because I think that's been the inconsistency. So if we can sort of continue that vein of form away from home, we can do whatever we want. And if you can end the year strongly and start the next year strongly too, how big an impact could that have on the whole season? Yeah, massive. I think we started quite slow. Like I said, we missed a lot of opportunities, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. We're picking up form at the right time. Christmas time is where sort of the league starts shaping up. So, long may it continue.
Then Alexander Isak also showcased why he is considered one of the most complete strikers in the Premier League. His performance was top-notch, combining excellent dribbling skills with intelligent hold-up play. While he had a quiet start to the match, he came alive in the second half, making decisive contributions that highlighted his ability to lead the line effectively. Having a 7.9 match rating, 15 touches in opposition box, 4 shots, 4 chances created, 4 duels won, 3 successful take-ons, 3 times possession won, 2 shots on target and 1 goal. With that, Alexander Isak now has completed 9 goal or assists in the last 5 games in Premier League, meaning that as well as being the Premier League's top scorer this December with 7 goals, Alexander Isak has also created the most chances of any player this month, 17. He has also scored 24 league goals in 2024, the same number Andy Cole hit for Newcastle in 1994, now only 3 behind Alan Shearer's club record of 27 in a calendar year. With that, in terms of Premier League strikers this season, he now ranks first in assists, expected assists, key passes, accelerations, second in goals, non-penalty goals, headed goals, shots, crosses to box, progressive runs, shot assists, and deep completions.
Yeah, massive win on a great day. We keep our form going.
Newcastle are starting to be known for their fast starts. Anthony Gordon's finish. What a finish.
Yeah, it was a great finish, and it was one of them where you know straight away that's going in. I think I saw it from a good angle, and I thought like it was going to be a goal. So that was a great start for us, and I think we kept the same level throughout the game.
There was a lot of talk about, obviously, Aston Villa's red card. What were your thoughts on it?
To be fair, I didn't see the challenge too well on the pitch, and I haven't seen it afterwards either. So we have referees and VAR, so hopefully they made the right call.
Your goal, 24th of 2024. That brings you level with Andy Cole on 24 and only 3 behind Alan Shearer in terms of goals in a calendar year for Newcastle United. What's it like alongside those names, those big striking names?
No, of course it's nice to be mentioned with players like that. On the other hand, I just focus on doing my job and helping the team. And those things are secondary, but I'm happy that I could score again today and hope the team get the win.
A lot of people are talking about you at the moment and saying you're the best striker in the Premier League. Do you feel like it on current form?
I don't think that's them kind of things for me to answer. I feel like I'm doing well. I feel like the team is doing extremely well lately, so that's the most important. Those things are for others.
Yeah, you touch upon it there. Do you feel like the real Newcastle United is back after these last few results and, most importantly, performances?
Yeah, I think it's been looking much more like us. But you've seen the Premier League this season goes quick and it's very, very tight table. So all we have to do is just stay focused and focus on the next game. We can't get carried away.
Yeah, just lastly, up to 5th now in the Premier League. Does Champions League have to be the aim for this club in 2025, would you say?
I think we have to aim as far as possible. We've been there, and of course we want to be there again. But as I said, it's a tight table, and it's still very, very early. So we have to take each game at a time.
Top man, thanks, Alex.
Together, this rapid front three creates a dynamic attacking threat that can change the course of a game, as evidenced by their performances against Aston Villa. Their interplay and ability to exploit defenses make Newcastle a formidable opponent in the league. All in all, the result now means that it's now 3 wins in a row now for Eddie Howe's 5th-placed Newcastle against Unai Emery's 9th-placed Aston Villa in the last 16 months, with a scary 11-2 on aggregate.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you. A lot of effort. I thought the players were brilliant today. I thought very difficult game. It was an interesting first half an hour, 11v11. I thought it was a great start, a great goal from Anthony, brilliant finish. Good team move off the back of it, but a brilliant execution from him, and that gives us a great start in the game. And then it was nip and tuck. I thought we were creating the better opportunities, but Aston Villa were definitely in the game, and the red card does have a bearing on the game.
The goals, they're coming freely for you at the moment, but the 3rd straight clean sheet in the Premier League as well. Just how important was that?
Huge. But both aspects, you need to be able to score, and you need to feel confident enough that you're going to score, but also you need to have faith in your foundation. And the bedrock of the team is keeping clean sheets and minimising chances. And I think if you look at the last 3 games, we've done that really well. That doesn't have any guarantee for the future, though, so we need to really continue to work on that aspect of our play. But I think the players are in a good place. The balance of the team looks good at the moment, so I'm really pleased.
Given how good Aston Villa are, to what extent could that be a statement win? What does it say about the team that you've managed to win that one in the way you have?
Yeah, I don't know about statement wins, but I think it just elevates confidence levels again, and the belief within the squad and the changing room, I hope, is at a really high level, and the players really believe that we're capable of something special. I think if we can continue in the vein that we are at the moment, we look like we're confident, we look like we believe that we can score at any moment. And as I said, the foundation and the rock of the team and our defensive spine looks really strong. So we now have a really tough game against Manchester United, but we look forward to. And then, of course, the turn of the year is exciting as well, because we have the Carabao Cup on the horizon and some really good league games as well. You mentioned the red card, obviously bound to have an influence on the game, but the way you kept going in the second half and kept pushing forward and kept winning the ball back high up the pitch, I guess that was deliberate. I guess that was part of the game plan. Yeah, especially at home. I think we have to play that way, and we've become accustomed to it. But it's still difficult to execute because teams will prepare for that, and they'll produce game plans that, of course, make it difficult for us to deliver it to the level that we want to. But a really good application from the players today. Very good implementation of what we asked them to do. Also, a really good focus yesterday, Christmas Day. Not easy for the players to come in, but the focus and training, and very, very good. You wouldn't have known there was anything happening in the day, which is testament to their concentration levels. And the sacrifice was worth it. It was a massive win for us.
bit of confusion about what happened with Jason at half-time. How did you adapt to it in the second half? Graham Jones seemed to sort of come alongside you and fill that role, but it must have been challenging in a way for you to adapt to.
Well, yes, I was trying to think actually how many times I've not had JT on the sideline with me, and I couldn't think of an example, so I'm sure there might be one or two. Maybe he's got sent off before. So it was quite unusual actually. It was a different dynamic, but Graham stepped up brilliantly, vastly experienced, and certainly helped me in the second half. We've got a great teamwork with Stephen Purchase and Simon Weatherstone as well, so the dynamic's really good, but JT was certainly missed.
Speaking of people coming in and being really impressive and solid, Kieran Trippier came in, and I mean he was up against one of the most informed wide players in the league. What did you make of his performance?
Very good. I thought Trips looked athletically good, which is always a challenge. He hadn't played or started a game for so long. It's a totally different thing starting to enter in the pitch in the way that he has done in the last few appearances. Technically, he's such a high level, and you could see that in the game. So I thought he gave us a sort of calming influence in the game. Delighted with his return to the team.
Came off towards the end, and obviously Tyno missed out as well. What are they both looking like ahead of Man United?
Yeah, I hope Kieran's is just fatigue, no injury, touch wood, and Tyno had an illness.
And Man United, obviously, another really tough game, another team that are up there. They're going to be probably around you come the end of the season. It's a real opportunity, though, isn't it, to end the year on a high?
I think off the back of the recent run of results, I don't think we can do anything other than go into the game, hopefully, in a good feeling. Our preparation again needs to be good. The players again need to reflect on this game, and then it's all about the future and making sure we don't rest in the respect that I think we've done enough. We've always got to do more, and we look forward to the challenges.
Then, according to a source close to the club, Mark Douglas of the iNews, Newcastle are extremely keen on signing Lens's 20-year-old centre-back Abdukodir Khusanov in January. The Uzbekistan international, who has been touted as one of Europe's most promising defenders, is available for just £20 million. He is reported to be open to a move to St James's Park. Paul Mitchell's extensive knowledge of the French transfer market is likely to help the Magpies in negotiations as they look to steal a march on Man City, PSG, and Spurs to sign Khusanov. The player actually ranks in the 94th percentile for defensive actions, 91st percentile for defensive duel percentage, 88th percentile for progressive passes, 80th percentile for forward pass percentage, and 79th percentile for aerial duels. We had previously discussed Newcastle's interest in him on the channel, but now close sources to the club are dropping the news. The potential move of Abdukodir Khusanov to Newcastle is certainly one to watch. Then, as Newcastle prepare to battle Manchester United, they have received a massive boost as Bruno Fernandes will be absent for the match on December 30th, having been sent off against Wolves. He won't be the only absentee for the game. Manuel Ugarte is likewise suspended after picking up his 5th yellow card of the top flight campaign. Then finally, in an exciting development, if you would like to watch the epic day when Newcastle stunned everyone by beating a cheating Manchester United, click the video link on screen now.